Come here. Hi there. Welcome back to Northlight Photographic Workshops, and welcome to the first live stream in I think over a year. I know that I was trying to do these about a year ago and actually get a a weekly thing going, but it proved too hard with everything that was going on and the fact that I travel so much and that kind of thing. So I opted out of that. So I think I'm going to go live every once in a while, just out of the blue like this. So I don't know if anybody's getting the notice or if you're going to see this or not, but you can see something different here. No snow. There's just a few little pockets left in the woods, and maybe up by the road there's a little bit where the plows have piled it up, but we're snowless, and I don't know if I should say that right now because it's still a little bit early. You know, it's not unheard of around here to get a few more inches at this time of year, but as you can see, it's a gorgeous day. I'm not wearing a sweatshirt. The birds are chirping. It's amazing. If you live up here and you live in this kind of an environment, the seasons change, and it's a nice thing to have happen while you can hear the woodpeckers. There's a lot of new birds that have been showing up, which is great. I can see one of them over right there, a little junco, and they might be fluttering around my head as I'm speaking to you. But anyway, I hope this is going out there. I'm going to have a look right now to view the stream just to make sure. Yeah, it's going there, so I'm not gonna turn on any sound. I don't want to confuse things here. So anyway, welcome. It's spring. Today is early April, and I'm getting ready. In 1 week, I'll be on a plane to Iceland and then on to the Faroe Islands, leading one of the trips that I lead. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be the first time out of here out of here to lead a trip in a little while. But just to catch you up a little bit on stuff that's been happening around here. It's been good. It's been a crazy year. Ups and downs, that's for sure, but I'm still here, and we are planning a lot of new things coming up this year. I've got this trip that's starting out here in a week in Faroe Islands. I've got a completely full trip. There's 9 of us going on this one. It's going to be a good time. There's some really good people on this one, and I'll have more of that upcoming. And another part of this live stream right now is to test out this GoPro. I've got a new GoPro here, a Hero 10 that I'm using, and I've got a media mod on it that allows me to hook up an external microphone. And what I'm hoping to do is a couple of live broadcasts from the Faroe Islands when I'm up there. So we'll see. This is only a test, and it's going to depend on my internet connection up there. Although, I could probably broadcast from my phone there. They've got such a highly wired system up there. So yeah, let me bend over here and get some of my notes. I've got a couple of notes and bullet points here to talk to you about. As I was saying, it's one of the milestones here is that just recently we've crossed over 6,000 subscribers. So there's 6,000 of you right now, and I'm thrilled about that. And I can't thank you enough for helping me get it to that point. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we've already gone over 6,000, but it's growing all the time. And what's really great is that it's a lot of new people coming into the scene, and I really am enjoying that. I'm getting letters from all over the world and getting contact from all of you. You're keeping me on my toes, that's for sure. I try to answer every question that comes through, and sometimes I don't get notified of them as soon as I would like, so I apologize to those of you that it's taken a while for me to get back to you, and I hope I've been able to answer all of your questions satisfactorily to you and have helped you out. But yeah, it's really been excuse me, a little verklempt. It's been really great. And like I say, I can't thank you enough for watching and following along and commenting and being so kind, which is really nice. Uh, yeah, so it's been a really good year. Lots of travel. We did Iceland last year in the fall. Unfortunately, I still haven't released that video yet. My apologies to everybody that was on that trip. But the thing is as I'm getting better with these videos, or I'd like to think I'm getting better, I also am getting a little bit more picky in my editing of them. Wow, that's the big pileated pecker, the woodpecker. That guy, he's huge. If he flies by me, he's about the size of a pterodactyl. So he's really fun to watch fly around the woods. Yeah. So anyway, where was I here? I have to get back to myself here. The trips. Where? Let's see. Recap. I've lost myself, as I often do. But it's been a really great year. The trip to Iceland was fantastic, and I haven't gotten to the video yet. And apologies to all of you that are on that trip, because I am getting to it. It's just a matter of I'm now feeling like I have to make these great videos, you know. But at least it keeps me on my toes. So, but yeah, lots of things like that. I've got that coming out still, and I've still got some trips from last year that I never got to. So yeah, Iceland was a really good trip, and then I've been kind of idle a lot of the winter. It was kind of a tough winter, long winter up here, that's for sure. And then there was I've been out to Yosemite recently to help my good friend Carrick Kuklis with his project, a workshop that we did out there with a really great group of people. Hi to all of you, by the way. The Yosemite family, as they call themselves, as we call ourselves, I suppose. And yeah, that was a really good time. That was a group that we were working with in November of last year, and they all decided to come back. And big problem this year is that Yosemite was inundated by snow and closed during our workshop. So Matthew Adams and Carrick decided to move it on over to Arroyo Grande in what is now becoming the Big Ditch workshops at Carrick Kuklis's house. It was a really nice time we all had. So it worked out really well working in his darkroom. We had a really good time, and I also filmed what is going to be an upcoming studio visit episode with Carrick as well. Now, I know that I had Carrick last year or a couple years ago when I first started the studio visits, but those were just online, and I wanted to take you actually there and have some fun, and we had some fun. I mean, Carrick likes his cars, and we bombed around a lot in Mustangs and of various years, and flew a lot of drones and had a really good time. So I think that you're really going to like that one. But again, my apologies for not putting it out right away. I just have a lot of footage, and I really want to put it together into something pretty nice for you. And along those lines, I also visited with Bob Carney, and you've probably seen that studio visit. And if you haven't, just look through through my list of videos there, and there's a playlist now for studio visits. And the great Bob Carney was kind enough to let me come and visit him, and we had a great time in Toronto. That was last November, right around Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving. So that was a good time. And let's see, in the holidays, hope you all had a really good time, good season, good holiday season, and that Santa was good to you. Yeah, and then on to the new year so fast, you know, so it's been hard catching up here, and I'm doing my best. Things happen around here that are a lot of times up here in the north, we kind of hibernate in the wintertime, and it starts getting hard to get answers for certain things until April or so. And what I'm meaning is that I'm getting up to photo stock now as well, and photo stock is going to be June 22nd to the 25th this year. And you look up Photo Stock Fest for that, and if you have been there, you can see that you can pre-register right now by just putting down your name and your email address, and that puts you on a newsletter list that will help you with notifications as the event comes closer. But again, that's the 22nd to the 25th of June. There's been some hitches with that as well. The hotel, the Birchwood that we used to have it in all the time, has closed. I didn't even know they were closing. They didn't really get word out. So as far as I know, all of you that have made reservations at that hotel are going to get back any deposits that you might have given. It's just a matter of them getting to you one by one. I know that Chris is on it. And we weren't really having the event there anyway, so that's not going to be so much of a problem other than having places for people to stay. Now, there is another place that's going to be opening up here in Cross Village, Spirit Lake Hideaway. And they have 10 units that are going to be available, and they will be available by Airbnb. They haven't listed them yet, and I'm going to get first notice of that, so I'll get out word to the list when that happens. So there's 10 units. Each one of them has a couple of rooms, so people can double up if they want. Camping is going to be available, obviously, at the state park up here, Wilderness State Park. I'm advising people to go to Mackinac City to look for hotels this year, for cheaper hotels, rather than go to Harbor Springs, because it's going to be a little more expensive down that way. And unfortunately, other than that, you can go for VRBOs and Airbnbs in the area. I know that there's a lot available. People have been using them to come here for workshops, and and there's camping. I'm going to have some space available on my property here, as well as down by the lake. The local tribe has a campsite that's going to be available soon. They said that they're not going to be able to get fully open by the time we're ready to go, but I have a word in with them, and I'm hoping that they're going to allow some of us to camp down there as well. So that, again, is going to be in Cross Village, Michigan. Tiny town. It's a great time. We did it in town last year for the first time. It involves some speakers. It involves some print sharing, that kind of thing, and then also a big picnic meal down on the beach on Saturday. And this year, another hitch was, unfortunately, my big headliner has fallen through because he is getting older, and some things have come up, and he's just not really as willing to travel. And as a matter of fact, he's invited us all to his farm, which is going to be a little bit difficult, being that he's in Pennsylvania. I don't want to say who it is yet, because I'm working on him. We're also going to be doing one of my studio visits there. So I'm going to be visiting his farm in Pennsylvania, and we're going to be doing that. I'll get to the name at another time once I've finally secured it all and set the dates. The other one that I'm working on that I can say for sure that I'm going to be doing a studio visit with is the wonderful Nancy Rexroth. And she, if you don't know, was the first person to do a book with the plastic cameras of Diana back in the 70s, a book called Iowa, that's available again. If you look it up on Amazon, it's a beautiful book. She's a wonderful person. She started to follow me on Facebook and has been very supportive, and is just a very nice, kind soul to speak with. And anyway, I'm going to be going down, and I'm going to be visiting her. We're going to be talking about her work, and we may even go out and take a couple pictures. We'll see what happens on that one. So anyway, yeah, Nancy, and then we're going to be moving on to Pennsylvania for the next one. I have Carrick in the bag right now that I'm going to be letting out soon. Yeah, lots going on. It's incredible. Let's see. The workshops, we had another workshop here just last week. A great group of people came, and unfortunately they caught the very tail end of winter, so there was snow and mud, and it was mud season for them. But the workshop went fantastic, and they were really good. And I enjoy these workshops in Gum Over Platinum so much that I am going to be doing another one. So if you look on my website, which is billschwab.com, you'll see there that under workshops and tours, I have another workshop listed for August 1st to the 5th of this year. So that's coming up in a few months, and there's plenty of time. There's a couple of spaces I believe have been taken already, but I'm opening it up to 6 people. So yeah, billschwab.com, check it out right now. You can register right away, and that's happening as well. So, and then I'm also going to be doing another workshop that's going to be attached to Photostock, and it will be happening probably prior to the event. So look for it happening maybe the 19th, the 18th, up to the 22nd, something like that. Going to be doing it right here in the workshop, of which I'm on the porch right now. We're going to be doing most likely a salt printing workshop, and